All right, guys. So I wanted to talk about the whole Joe Burrow press conference. He just had an 18-minute press conference, and I'll leave it linked down below in the description if you want to check it out. But I just kind of want to give my thoughts and opinions of it. So I want to start off with this clip posted by the Cincinnati Bengals Twitter page, and it's actually from the press conference.
This is where I want to be my whole career. We're working towards making that happen. Uh, you've seen what the front office has done and what Zach has done in their time here, and I'm a small part of that, and I'm excited to be a part of that. And we have great people in the locker room that grind every day, that are excited to go and showcase their talents and excited to do it in the city of Cincinnati. We have the best fans, and so this is where I want to be.
And I think that's the perfect way to sum up the whole entire press conference. Because while the reporters did a pretty good job of not asking him too many questions about the contract, it's pretty much because Joe Burrow shot down every single question humanly possible on it. Now, the way that he, responded to any contract questions, like people asking, "Hey, are you worried about the contract? What happens if you don't get a contract signed soon? Do you want to get done before the season, etc.?" He responded with simply, he does not care about it, and it's not important to him, and it's not something that he's thinking about. He did say that yes, on the business side it's important, but for him, he really all he cares about is going in the locker room and playing football with his best friends. And that's kind of the mentality that we understand, from Joe here as fans, right? Is that we know, okay, we're probably going to keep T. Higgins. And the reason why is because Joe's probably working his contract around to keep T. Higgins. And on Joe's point of view, he's just focused on Cleveland. Now, a lot of that could be, just professional talk, right? Because at the end of the day, he's not going to go out there and out the Bengals. He's not Lamar Jackson, who's going to go up there and throw a hissy fit because he's not getting his way, right? He's going to be professional. He's going to remain professionalism going into this. But I think there is that type of mentality that I think is actually truthful. And it's kind of funny because normally if I heard a player speak like this, talk like this, I would really go with it in the perspective of, okay, man, you're just saying that to say that. But with how Joe is and how, cool, calm, and collect and just kind of more nonchalant and about the team rather than himself, this I actually think is genuine. Like, at the end of the day, Joe isn't really part of the contract situation. A lot of people think he is, but he's not. He has an agent, and his agent's working with the Bengals. Now, his agent will go to him and say, "Hey, Joe, we got this offer, right? They're offering this. What do you think about this?" And the agent's going to say, "This is how I feel, Joe, but what do you think based on what I'm telling you here, right?" And Joe makes an educated, "Okay, well, I like that, or I don't like that." And there might be things that he wants that the agent's like, "Oh, I didn't even think about that. Let me put that in there," right? But for the most part, it's between the agent and the Bengals. Joe's kind of out of it. And the same thing with T. Higgins, actually. T. Higgins said this offseason when they asked him about the contracts, he said, "Hey, listen, I'm just training to become the best I can become. At the end of the day, my agent's worrying about the contract." It's a completely separate, thing to the player. And the players, whether it's T or Joe, is working on, getting ready for week one of the season. Now, again, like I said, that pretty much sums up all what they asked about the contract situation. It is what it is, right? At the end of the day, yes, he does care about getting paid, but he did also say in this that, he knows if he keeps playing good, he's going to get his money anyway. So at the end of the day, it's going to come no matter what. It really just is about, should he worry about something he can't control right now, or should he not? And he's not worrying about it. He's worrying about getting healthy, getting back, getting ready for football, and playing Cleveland week one. They did talk about the injuries and like how he's feeling with the injuries. He did say he's feeling a lot better. He feels like he, as healthy as possible for week one going into this week. So I guess this is like the reassurance we needed that he's gonna play week one. There was still so many doubters, so many media reporters saying, "Oh, Joe might not play week one, or he might be limited, or blah blah." No, he's fine. He's gonna play week one, and in this press conference, he kind of confirms that, saying that he feels more healthy than ever going into this week one performance. And again, it's gonna be a tougher game, and that is really all every single player on this roster, including our coaches, all they're going to be thinking about is that game. Yes, they want to get done the contract, right? But that's really higher up, okay? At the end of the day, the contract situations is between Duke Tobin, Katie Blackburn, and of course the agents working with everyone, right? It's the players are there, but they're kind of more or less like, this is my representation, I'm doing me. Now, again, like I said before, we weren't expecting too much from Burrow here when he did talk. I did talk about in a video earlier today how, his parents are in town now, and obviously he is speaking today for the first time since his injury. And there was some speculation that what if, just possibly here, he could go up there and announce that he got a new contract extension. And that would have been awesome. They really would have been. But maybe, again, there's also the perspective of maybe that's not the right place or time for him to do that. Maybe they could do a whole entire setup because, let's be honest, if he does get a contract extension, this contract extension is going to be the biggest thing in Cincinnati Bengals history. So, again, there's all different things going on, and they're worried about Cleveland. I'm worried about Cleveland. This contract will get done, but yeah, it's definitely going to be one of those things that it will take some time. I still believe, and I know we still have, 4 days before the season starts, but it's very possible in the next 4 days they get this thing ironed out and figured out, and then we see Joe on the field on Sunday with a 7, 8, maybe 8, 9, 10-year contract for us for the foreseeable future. So, again, like I said, it's one of those situations where it is what it is, but again, love hearing Joe talk. Doesn't talk that much, I'll be honest. Like, when it comes to talking to media, obviously Coach talks all the time. Joe, a little bit less, right? Because, again, he's a player. But still, though, nice to always hear him speak and kind of give his thoughts. Joe, as Brian Callahan said, Joe, when he doesn't talk much, when he talks, it's important. And that's exactly what I got away from this press conference today. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next one. Peace.